Did you know your odds of surviving a serious heart condition could depend more on your race, gender, and zip code than your actual symptoms? From healthcare discrimination to AI job apocalypse, get ready for a whirlwind of stories that'll shake you to the core. This is X News Now, where we bring you the hottest news that hits way too close to home. A shocking new UK study looked at over 150,000 patients with aortic stenosis, a life-threatening heart valve condition. And the findings are grim. Women were significantly less likely to be referred to specialists or get surgery. Same story for Black and South Asian patients. Even your zip code played a role. Those in poorer areas had lower chances of proper treatment. For years, doctors assumed women simply didn't get this condition as often. But the data is there, the treatment exists, it's just the access that's lacking. So let this be a wake-up call. Your heart may be strong, but if you're not a wealthy white male, the system might just pretend it's fine until it fails. Per The Telegraph, this systemic bias could be costing lives every single day. Have you or someone you know faced discrimination in healthcare? Drop your story below. Imagine a world where AI is better than humans at every single skill. What do we do then? That's the chilling question posed by Wharton professor Ethan Mollick. As AI rapidly advances, he warns the best career advice may be to do what you love and hope you're better at it than AI. Because if machines outperform us at everything, what's left for humanity? It's the stuff of sci-fi nightmares, but Mollick insists we need to start thinking about this uncanny valley now before it's too late. Is AI a threat to your job, or is this just fear-mongering? In a shocking revelation, AfD leader Alice Weidel claims Germany's intelligence service has labeled her party as extremists. First on probation, then on suspicion, and now certified. Weidel didn't mince words, calling it Germany's very own Orwellian Ministry of Truth. While the specifics are unclear, the implications are chilling, a major political party being branded as extremists by the state's own security apparatus. Is this a dangerous overreach or a justified crackdown on radicalism? The debate rages on, but one thing's clear. Weidel's party isn't going down without a fight. Is labeling political parties extremist a step too far, or is it necessary to combat radicalization? In a modern-day David versus Goliath story, the Houthi rebels in Yemen managed to give the mighty U.S. Navy a run for its money and billions of dollars. Using cheap drones and missiles supplied by Iran, the Houthis engaged in the most intense combat a Navy ship has faced since World War II. They shot down $30 million drones, flew missiles under radar, and changed tactics constantly. The U.S. threw everything it had: 30 ships, 2 aircraft carriers, over $1.5 billion in missiles. And still, the Houthis kept coming. One Navy jet even slid off a ship and sank, not shot down but just fell. After 53 days of Operation Rough Rider, the Houthis lost leaders but were still standing. The U.S. had to agree to a truce, leaving sailors worn out and unsure if it was a win or just an insanely expensive draw. Per the Wall Street Journal, this stunning asymmetric warfare could reshape naval tactics for years to come. Who's the real winner here, the outnumbered Houthis or the overpowered U.S. Navy? In a bid for total world domination, of the internet kind, Starlink is blanketing the entire planet with high-speed connectivity. We're talking fast internet everywhere from the remotest oceans to the icy poles of Antarctica. Starlink is the first system to achieve this level of global coverage, making it a must-have for frequent travelers or anyone living off the grid. It's like Elon Musk just flipped a switch and said, "Bye, SnailNet." While the implications are huge, some experts warn this space-based internet could cost Taiwan over $2 billion annually due to satellite interference. But for now, it seems the world is firmly in Starlink's grasp. Would you ditch your current internet for Starlink's global coverage? In a bold move, Spain is putting its foot down on NATO's defense spending demands. While they've agreed to hit the 2% of GDP target this year instead of 2029, Spain is flatly rejecting calls to aim even higher for 3%. Defense Minister Margarita Robles made it clear, 2% is enough to meet our responsibilities. It's a surprising act of defiance against both NATO and the US, who have been pressuring allies to spend more. But Spain seems to be saying, "We paid our dues, now back off." With tensions high over Russia's war, this spending showdown could strain relations within the military alliance. Is Spain right to put its foot down, or should all NATO allies spend more on defense? After Elon Musk slammed Trump's latest spending bill as pork-filled, some Republicans are rushing to downplay signs of a rift between the two billionaires. Scott Jennings insisted it's just a difference of opinion between friends, and that all Republicans want to cut spending. But with Trump's signature combative style and Musk's recent political outspokenness, could this seemingly minor disagreement spiral into something bigger? Only time will tell if the apparent bromance can weather the storm of America's budget wars. Are Musk and Trump really still friends, or is their relationship headed for rocky waters? In a massive breach of privacy, Meta and Russian tech giant Yandex were caught red-handed spying on Android users' web activity, even in incognito mode. Researchers found their apps loaded hidden code that tracked everything you did in your browser and sent it back to the companies, bypassing all normal privacy protections without consent. Google confirmed this blatantly violates their rules, while Meta claims to have paused the shady practice for now. But the damage may already be done, with untold amounts of sensitive user data potentially compromised. It's a harsh reminder that even incognito isn't always so incognito. Have you lost trust in Meta and other tech giants after this privacy violation? In a watershed moment for crypto, Circle's $1.1 billion IPO for its USDC stablecoin just hit the NYSE with a bang. Shares were priced at $31 and flew off the shelves, with demand 25 times higher than supply. Even Wall Street giants like BlackRock and Cathie Wood's ARK are buying in, giving Circle some serious mainstream credibility. With USDC already worth a staggering $61 billion in circulation, this IPO marks a turning point where traditional finance can no longer ignore the rise of stablecoins. Circle starts trading today under the ticker CRCL, and all eyes are on whether it can maintain its meteoric trajectory. Is Circle's IPO success a sign that crypto is going mainstream, or is it still too risky? In a scene straight out of an eco-disaster movie, Baltimore's picturesque harbor turned an alarming shade of red after a Johns Hopkins hospital facility spilled 2,000 gallons of diesel fuel into the water. The Coast Guard is now scrambling to clean up the mess, which occurred near a popular tourist marina. Officials insist the drinking water is still safe, but the area is currently giving off some strong danger, do not swim vibes. It's a stark reminder that environmental catastrophes can strike even in the heart of a major U.S. city. How concerned are you about fuel spills and their impact on local ecosystems? In a controversial move to manage overpopulation, Zimbabwe has announced plans to kill 50 elephants at the Save Valley Conservancy. The area currently has over 2,500 elephants, more than triple its intended capacity of 800. After relocating 200 elephants with no more habitats left, officials say this management exercise is necessary to ease overcrowding stress. The meat will go to local communities, while ivory stays with the state since global trade is banned. But animal rights groups are sure to protest the cull, reigniting the heated debate over when conservation requires lethal methods. Do you support culling animals like elephants to manage overpopulation, or is there a better solution? In a bizarre twist, reports suggest the Trump administration asked Serbia and other Balkan nations to accept migrants the U.S. wants to deport. Some of these migrants initially entered under Biden-era protections that have since been rolled back. While no official deal has been announced yet, the talks alone highlight the increasingly desperate measures countries are taking to manage migration flows. Serbia has maintained surprisingly warm ties with Trump's circle, with his son Donald Trump Jr., visiting multiple times. But taking in large numbers of U.S. deportees would be a radical step that could strain Serbia's relations across Europe. From healthcare discrimination to killer drones AI job apocalypse to elephant culls. These are the kinds of stories that make you question everything. But that's why you keep coming back to X News Now, where we never shy away from the hard-hitting truth. So hit that like button, smash the subscribe, and let me know in the comments, which of today's stories blew your mind the most? Was it the stunning asymmetric warfare between the Houthis and the US Navy? Or maybe Circle's crypto milestone that Wall Street can no longer ignore? Whatever caught your attention, you know we'll be back soon with more stories that'll shake you to the core. Until next time, stay hungry for the real news, because this is X News Now, where the truth hits hardest.